Hey guys, so today's video is a little bit different. Has nothing to do with health and fitness related, which is usually my topic of choice, but I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys because through my daily vlogs you've seen that for a while now I have been through the process of buying my first home, and we close on our home in 6 days, less than a week. Oh my gosh, crazy to me that it's all just happening so fast. It is a process, so I just wanted to share it with you guys in this part one of my first time home buying tips for you. I want to just let you know, first off, I am not at all a professional in the real estate business. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm just going through the process myself and sharing with you guys some tips and things I wish I would have known, and a little bit about the process that I wish somebody would have explained to me as we were going through this. So this is part one, and my first tip for you is save your money. Save your money. Save as much money as you can before you start looking at houses, while you're looking at houses. What we did was we set a number that we wanted to have in savings, and then when we hit that number, then we started looking at houses and talking to a mortgage person. There are a lot of first-time home buyers loans that don't require any down payment or anything like that, and we decided to go the conventional loan route. So with these tips that I'm giving to you, it's based off of our conventional loan route, not a first-time home buyer's loan. The game is pretty different with the first-time home buyer's loan from what I understand, but save your money, because there is so many expenses that pop up when you are buying your first home, like getting a home inspection, which I highly recommend. I'll talk about that in my next video. Getting a home inspection, you're gonna want to buy paint, and like with our place, we've lived in a small one-bedroom apartment for so long, so we don't have a dining room table, so we need to buy a dining room table, curtains. I just did a house haul at Burlington Coat Factory, and places like that are great to find things like curtains for a cheaper price, but they still cost money. So save. When you get that down payment, keep saving. Don't be buying stuff for your house before you get it. Like, we are really close to closing date. That's why I felt comfortable buying some small things that I know we need, but I have not bought any of the big things because you never know what can come up in expenses. With if cable and internet takes anything to install, there's so many different things that pop up that cost money when you are buying a home. And like if you're like me, you're moving from one place to the next, we have to get the carpets cleaned in here. I'm paying for professionals cleaners to come in here to clean everything, so I don't have to take the time away from my business to do that. There's just so many little expenses. Save, and save some more. Please just do yourself a favor and save a ton of money, because you don't want to be house poor. You don't want to get into your house and not be able to enjoy life and enjoy things and enjoy it. Like, yes, you get this house, but if it's causing you a lot of financial stress, in the end, saving up ahead of time will save you a lot of stress over time. I should trademark that quote, huh? My tip number 2, I have my notes down here. Work with people that you are comfortable with. Just because you meet with one mortgage person or you meet with one realtor, that does not mean that you have to work with that person. We found a realtor. I used to work at a daycare many years ago, and she was one of the moms to the kids at the daycare, and I just love our realtor. If you live in the Fargo-Moorhead area, feel free to email me and I'll email you her contact information. She's just she's just fantastic. She's awesome. And she's, you know, she's genuinely wanting what's best for us when we're picking homes and when we're looking and all this stuff. But we went and met with a mortgage guy at a big bank here in town, and it was a nightmare. He did not treat us very well. We went there on a Friday in the summertime, so I'm sure he would have rather been golfing and just had a long week or something. But we did not feel comfortable with him, and he just treated us very poorly, and in our minds we felt obligated to go back to him. And as we were talking with other people, they were referring us, and they were saying, you know, you're not stuck with that one person. If he's not going to treat you right, if you don't feel comfortable with him, you deal with your mortgage person and your realtor quite a lot. So choose somebody that you're comfortable with. Choose somebody that gets to know you on a personal level. Our mortgage lady that we are working with now has been fantastic. She was understanding when we were on vacation. She gets back to us even in the evening. She's just a sweetheart. She happens to be a mom from the daycare I used to work at too, so that's really, really cool. But you can talk to more than one person. If you meet with one realtor and it just doesn't feel right, meet with another realtor. Ask your friends and family for referrals, and find somebody that is very personable. Find somebody that first off the bat they ask you what you're looking for in a house. That they're really wanting to get to know you as a person, you know, that they're not just like, oh, yep, go look at these houses, blah, 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 because how house hunters makes it seem house hunting is totally different. Like, we were set up on an email list based on the criteria that we wanted in a house, and each morning we got, or evening, morning, night, we got an email of all the listings that had our criteria, and then from there we looked at the pictures, the price, the specials, all this different stuff. And it really, like, we didn't spend a lot of time looking at different houses. We actually bought the first house we looked at. We knew it was right. We knew it was the location that we wanted it in. And then third tip, and this leads me into my third tip, be realistic. You're buying your first home. More than likely you are not buying your forever home. So be realistic. Set a budget. You know, before you go talk to the bank, think in your guys' mind what you're comfortable your monthly payment being for your mortgage. Like, we were comfortable with number X. And when we went to the bank, they obviously approved us for more than what we were comfortable with. But we told our realtor that we don't want to be house poor. She didn't want to see us house poor. So we set the criteria differently and found a house in our budget that we're comfortable with. We're very happy with the price. We're not going to be stressing about bills. We understand that this is our first time home. Nothing is going to be perfect. There's things that I want to change, and there's big projects like, you know, the kitchen and bathrooms and stuff, and then there's small things like painting. You just really have to realize and be realistic. You're not going to find the perfect house. The only way you're going to find the perfect house is if you build it yourself, and more than likely in a first-time home buyer situation, that's not realistic. So nothing is going to be perfect. Be realistic and compromise on some things, but know what is not negotiable. Like, things that were not negotiable for us was we needed a yard, enough space for a dog to play in, and we wanted to be in a specific area of town. I mean, it was a large area. We weren't like, we want to be in this exact neighborhood on this exact block on this exact street, but we knew kind of with Sean's proximity to work and the proximity to town where we wanted to be, so we were very realistic on that. Other than that, you know, we were very flexible. We did not need walk-in closets for our first time home. We did not need granite countertops for our first time home. So it's your first time home. That's probably the the biggest thing that I could stress to anybody is know that nothing is going to be perfect. And with those projects, you know, maybe I'll get them done in like 3 years or 5 years or however long it takes, but at least I can take those things and make it my own, you know? So this is part 1 of my tips for first-time home buyers. Next time I'm going to talk more about the mortgage process and the home inspection and the appraisal. So look out for that. I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I would love for you guys to follow me there. And like I said, I'm no expert, but I'm just a first-time homebuyer sharing my tips because I've been getting a lot of questions and I just want to help you guys out as much as I can. So thanks for watching.